In the dazzling, futuristic city of Dubai, where skyscrapers pierce the clouds and luxury is a way of life, a dark mystery has remained unsolved for over 2 decades. It's a story that proves even in a city built on sand and ambition, some secrets can be buried forever. This is the baffling case of Richard Shuttleworth, the British millionaire who vanished without a trace. The year is 1999. Dubai is on the cusp of its global boom. Richard Shuttleworth, a sharp and successful British expatriate, is living the high life. He's a businessman with a reputation for being tough but fair, and he's made a considerable fortune navigating the city's burgeoning economy. He has a beautiful home, a loving family, and a distinctive top-of-the-line BMW that turns heads wherever he goes. Life, it seems, is perfect. On December 4, 1999, Richard's perfect life comes to an abrupt and mysterious halt. He tells his family he's heading out for a crucial business meeting at a prestigious hotel. It's a routine he's done countless times before. He gets into his car and drives off into the Dubai evening. He never arrives at his destination. He is never seen again. In the initial hours, there's confusion, then growing panic. Richard is a man of his word, punctual and reliable. For him to miss a major meeting is completely out of character. His family reports him missing, and the Dubai police launch an investigation. But right from the start, they hit a wall. A very big, very modern wall that we take for granted today. The lack of surveillance. Think about Dubai now. It's one of the most monitored cities on the planet. CCTV cameras are on every corner, every highway, every building entrance. But in 1999, this digital web of eyes didn't exist. The city was a different place. Investigators had no digital footprint to follow, no video footage of his car's movements, no electronic trail to piece together his last known moments. Richard Shuttleworth had effectively vanished into a technological black hole. The police had to rely on old-fashioned detective work. They started by talking to his family, friends, and business associates. And that's when the first cracks in his perfect life began to appear. It turned out Richard was embroiled in a serious financial dispute. The conflict was with a local business partner, and we're not talking about a small disagreement. Millions of dollars were on the line. Suddenly, the case takes a darker turn. This isn't just a missing person anymore. It's a potential crime with a clear motive. The theory that Richard was a victim of foul play becomes the primary focus of the investigation. Did this business dispute escalate into something violent? Was Richard kidnapped? Or worse, murdered? To settle a score? The police zeroed in on the business partner. He was questioned extensively, but without concrete evidence. It was one man's word against a ghost. The partner denied any involvement, and the police couldn't find anything to directly link him to Richard's disappearance. There was no confession, no witnesses, and most importantly, no body. And this is where the mystery deepens. It's one thing for a person to disappear. It's another for their car to vanish as well. Richard's distinctive BMW 7 Series wasn't just any car. It was a large, luxurious vehicle that would have been difficult to hide. Yet it too seemed to have been swallowed by the city. The police searched everywhere. They checked garages, back alleys, and even scoured the vast desert landscapes surrounding Dubai. Nothing. The car, like its owner, was gone. This lack of physical evidence is the crux of the case. In any murder investigation, a body is the most crucial piece of the puzzle. It provides forensic evidence, a cause of death, a timeline. Without a body, the prosecution's case becomes incredibly difficult. And in Richard's case, there was nothing. No bloodstains, no signs of a struggle, no discarded items. It was as if he and his car had simply ceased to exist. This void of evidence has led to years of intense speculation. Theories have swirled, each more chilling than the last. One of the most persistent and disturbing theories revolves around the unforgiving nature of the desert that surrounds Dubai. Imagine the scene. In 1999, the areas outside the city's core were vast, empty, and largely unpoliced. It was a sea of shifting sand dunes, a landscape that could easily hide a terrible secret. Could Richard have been taken out into the desert? It's a terrifying thought. The desert is a perfect place to make someone disappear. A body buried in the sand could be covered by a dune in a matter of hours, lost forever. The elements would do the rest, breaking down evidence until nothing was left. And what about the car? Could a whole vehicle be buried? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. With the right equipment, a large hole could be dug, the car pushed in, and covered up. The constantly moving sands would erase any trace of the excavation. Over time, the location would become just another anonymous patch of desert. It's a chillingly efficient way to dispose of the two biggest pieces of evidence in the case. Another, even more gruesome theory has been whispered over the years. This theory suggests a more industrial and calculated method of disposal. Some have speculated that powerful chemicals, like acid, could have been used to dissolve the body, leaving no trace behind. This is the stuff of crime thrillers. But for desperate criminals looking to erase all evidence, it's a horrifying possibility. The car could have been dismantled, sold for parts, or even crushed and disposed of in a landfill. As the years turned into a decade, and then two, the case grew colder. Richard Shuttleworth was officially declared dead by the British High Court in 2007. But this legal declaration brought no real closure to his family. His wife and children were left in a state of perpetual limbo, unable to mourn properly, forever haunted by the unknown. What happened on that December night? Where is he? The case remains one of Dubai's most enduring and perplexing mysteries. It's a stark reminder that behind the city's glamorous facade, human dramas of greed, betrayal, and violence can unfold. Richard's story is a cautionary tale. He was a savvy businessman who understood the risks of his high-stakes world, but he may have underestimated just how far someone would go for money. Was it a simple case of a business deal gone wrong? A brutal act of violence carried out by a disgruntled partner? Or was it something more complex? Did Richard have other enemies he wasn't telling his family about? Could he have been involved in something that put him in the crosshairs of a more organized criminal element? Without new evidence, these questions remain unanswered. The disappearance of Richard Shuttleworth is more than just a cold case. It's a testament to the fact that even in our modern, interconnected world, a person can still vanish. It highlights the critical role of technology in solving crimes today and makes us wonder how many other secrets from that era are buried just beneath the surface. The shifting sands of the Arabian desert are known for revealing ancient cities and long-lost artifacts, but in this case, they seem to be guarding a modern secret with absolute silence. The truth of what happened to Richard Shuttleworth is likely locked away out there, under a billion grains of sand, a silent monument to a life cut short, and a mystery that may never be solved. What do you think happened? Was he buried in the desert, his car hidden alongside him, or was a more sinister chemical method used to erase him from existence? Let me know your theories in the comments below. The discussion around cases like this is what helps keep the memory of the victims alive and the search for answers ongoing. Thanks for watching, and if you found this case as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most compelling mysteries.